Live. We are live. There we go. Hopefully we'll see some people jumping in here in just a second. How you doing, Nehemiah? Great to see you on here. Great to see you. Give me that thumbs up. Let me know that everything is looking good and sounding good. I want to make sure everything is as good as it can be for you guys. Say hello. Let me know you guys are here. Let's get started in just a couple of seconds here. Great to see you guys. Excellent. Look at my microphone, seems to be working. Everything is good. Volume is good. Vision is good. Everything is good there. I want to make sure. Great to see you. What it do, David P? Thanks so much for jumping on. What it do? Everything is good. All good. Nice. If you guys are noticing, we do not have an intro right now, and I'll explain in just a bit here. But we're working on a little bit of a kind of like a guerrilla setup here, so to speak. It's kind of like, makeshift from the ground up. But as you can see, we've got the lights. Great to see you guys on here. We'll get started in just a second. Let's see here. Nehemiah, Randy Molina, Pablo, great to see you as well. Kyle Broussard, thanks so much for jumping on. Let's see. Adriana, did I reveal the Popeyes Ghost Pepper Wings? I did those about 3 years ago on the channel. You guys will definitely find out in the Popeyes playlist for sure. Another couple of minutes and we'll get into it. But great to see you guys on here. Adriana, again at the bottom, review the bonus Jack combo. Already in there. Take a look at that. Before you ask those questions, take a look at the playlist. You're probably going to find those reviews in there. Michael Domer, how you doing? Trav Tries, thanks so much for jumping on. This is the backup way to stream, and I'll explain in just a second here as we get started. Drew's Food Reviews in effect here. There we go. Great to see you guys. We got a lot of people in here right now already, so I am very glad to be on here with you. And obviously, you guys can hear me and see me okay. I'm a little worried about that because this happened like right here towards as I was getting started, and I'll explain here in a second. But great to be on here with all of you guys. We'll get right into the review in just a second as well. Guys, we're about a week away from Black Friday, which is crazy. Next Thursday is Thanksgiving, if you can believe it. I am pretty blown away by that. It's years going by and just let it go. Let it go, please. Let's see here. Pablo likes Disney. Very nice. I wish I can get back there. I really miss going to the park. I really do. It's been closed for a long time for obvious reasons. Mike, always holiday decorations. I like it much. Yes, I'm definitely a fan of lighting up the background for sure. Glad to be giving you guys a little bit something to look at there. And yeah, so, well, before we get into it, let me just tell you real quick. I updated to the new Big Sur software for Mac. And apparently it breaks OBS. There's really no fix for it just yet. Everybody's complaining about it. So all of my custom stuff right now, I can't open the program without it crashing. So no go there. And my plugin connection for the internet that I use here, there's no driver for it either yet. So way to go, Apple. Way to go. But I'm sure they'll get that fixed in about a week or so, and we'll be back to normal. So naturally, this is kind of the quick way of going right from the browser. There may be a little bit of a delay from what I'm kind of seeing here, but it seems to be tolerable. So considering we got to work with what we've got, it is what it is. The important thing is you can see me all right and you can hear me all right. And we'll get into it there. Yeah, the audio is a little bit different. It is going to be a little bit different. So doing the web streaming is a little bit off there. And I'm doing everything right from my camera. So everything is connected. So it's going to be just a little different. But we're going to have fun this time. Either way, you're going to find this as a replay on the channel officially tomorrow, probably like between 10 or 11-ish or so. I've been launching my stuff around 10 because that's what YouTube is telling me I should do, which is kind of cool. But good stuff there. Very, very cool stuff there. Let me see who else we've got in here right now. All right, we got Nehemiah Sanders. Great to see you as well. Randy Molina. We got Pablo. We got Kyle, David P. Iggy Wiggy. What it do? Great to see you on here. Again, Adriana Villalba. Let's see. Bobby Caton. Great to see you as well. Great to see everybody in here in effect here. Trav Tries, Michael Domer, Mike. We got a lot of peeps in the house. We got the Trips in the house as well. Thanks so much for jumping on. One thing about doing the web version of this is that I have a much more direct way to see the stream exactly, that I can actually see this chat in detail quicker. So I should be able to get to you guys a little bit better as well. So, but I'm glad you guys are here. I'm glad everything is working well with you. Hopefully you're doing as good as you possibly can given the situation we've got going right now. As always, my name is Ian K, creator, producer, and host of Peep This Out Reviews. If you're happening upon my channel for the very first time, I create these high quality foodie features that I like to call them. 3 or 4 pieces of content every single week, live streaming on Fridays at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time normally. And I have a lot of blast contributing to the community. We've got a lot of great people here in the community. You're going to see everybody this way because I'm all off right now. Here in the chat, at least from what I'm looking at here, you guys may see it down below. But if you like what you see, have a look around. I would implore you to subscribe, of course, but naturally my content may be recommended to you there, but definitely subscribe to the channel. You have a lot to look forward to. And if you really like what you see and you wish to contribute to the channel and be official sponsors of the streams for sure, take a look at those links down below. You'll find multiple ways to do that, including Super Chat here in the chat, as well as PayPal, all that fun stuff. And of course, Patreon, all the usual stuff. But great to be on here with you guys. And we're going to get into this review in literally, I want to say maybe about another minute or so here. But let me just see who else we've got in the chat. Snack King Cole is in effect. Great to see you as well. One of the peeps of the review crew along with Trav. Great to see you guys. Six Woods Taylor, am I excited for Thanksgiving? Yes, my wife is going to be cooking turkey. We're actually going to be doing this for the first time solo dolo. I've never personally made a turkey myself. My wife hasn't either because we usually go places with family. But being that it is what it is this year, this is going to be a fun experience. I have a feeling here. So let's just say that I am definitely looking forward to it for sure as I'm getting my little fan set up over here. And I can't wait to grub on some of that holiday stuff there. And now keep in mind, with everyone's social distancing, you know, naturally, you don't want the holiday to go to waste, of course, even though everyone was going to be Zooming and doing video conferencing. You can still make it work, but definitely have dinner. Okay, let's just make this stuff. I know things are kind of chaotic across the country right now, even worse than it's ever been. But we'll all get through it just one day at a time. That's all we can do with that. But I am definitely looking forward to it. Absolutely, Six Woods. Definitely looking forward to it. And Drew's Food Reviews, another awesome content creator here on the platform. Drew, thanks so much for jumping on. It's a Friday situation. Indeed, you already know what it is. You already know. But yeah, let's see who else we've got here. We got a lot of peeps in the house here right now. It doesn't tell me the number apparently on it. Well, actually, no, wait a minute. It does. Here we go. 48 peeps in the house, 18 thumbs up. What's up with that? If you guys haven't hit that thumbs up down below, do me a solid. It definitely helps the video trend. That would be awesome. Let's see. Annette Cervantes, thanks so much for jumping on. Armando Baron Gaming, I saw your message on IG today. Of course, of course, of course. Thank you so much for jumping on. Let's see. Is that Mamaya Papaya? Mamaya Papaya, I like that. Will you show us some of the stuff behind you? Actually, I've got some stuff I'm going to be showing you pretty soon here as we're getting into it, because not only do I have a little main review that I'm going to get started with here, and then we'll take a look at a few things. I've got a backup review towards the end of the stream as well. So, you know, I'm all about trying to give you that stuff to keep you locked in, so to speak. But I'm going to kind of drip feed it to you just a little bit as we go. But again, very happy to be here with you guys for the next hour or so. We definitely have a lot of fun here on the channel. Gary C is still waiting for the Taco Bell chicken wings. Let's see what happens with that. Like I told you, I had a blast checking those out. There were a lot of really good times with it. Very meaty. But usually with test markets, I would assume by like sometime into the next year is usually when something will come out. So hopefully they did well. I mean, I know I've been seeing a lot of good buzz about them while I was doing it too. So very excited about that. But yes, very good, very good. That ranch, I believe it was like that kicked up spicy ranch, which was pretty bomb. A lovely situation indeed. So let's see, Randy, have I tried the Tostitos hint of guacamole chips yet? You know, I haven't seen those just yet. No, I've actually kind of been casually looking around for some of these new chips that I've seen around. But my local area here is usually last to get these things. I don't know why, it just kind of is. If I happen across it and I see it, you'd probably see a lot more snack reviews for all these other different things. I've had more access a little bit quicker at the same time. But by the time these things finally show up here, they're either long, old, and I've moved on to other things, which I'm always in the middle of 3 or 4 different things. So it's kind of hard like that. But if I see something, if I see him, believe me, I'd love to give him a shot, Randy, for sure. Let's see here. Paul Martinez, hello from Upland, California. Thanks so much for jumping on. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How to drive in Oregon reviews. Hey, peep this out. What's going on, brother? Just about to chow down on some of the extra most bestest I grabbed. How about a shout out for a longtime sub? Shout outs to How to Drive in Oregon reviews. That is awesome. Great to see you on here, my friend. Thank you so much for spending some time and for locking in some of that extra most bestest goodness. Now, I got to ask you, though, How to Drive in Oregon, which version of it did you get? Because not all locations, believe it or not, have the Italian sausage version, which mine wasn't really the extra most bestest technically when I reviewed it. They didn't give me what I thought I was getting. I ordered it as it was supposed to be. It was on the menu here, but what I got is a different story. And if you want to see further details of that, take a look at the Little Caesars playlist and let me know what you thought of my version of what I got for the extra most bestest Italian sausage. But what version are you having? Is it just straight pepperoni? Is it just straight cheese, like extra cheese? Or if you're doing the Italian sausage, I mean, do us a solid here in the chat. Let us know how it is for you, for sure. Let's see here. Doing okay, Sixwoods Taylor. Great to see you on. Thank you so much for jumping on here. Pablo is back to asking me about it. Do I have a hamster? You know the answer to that, my friend. No. Armando, yes, I've heard of the new curfew, 10 p.m. to 5 a.m. here in Southern California. California is under lockdown pretty hard right now. And fortunately, you know, we get darker later because obviously it's the daylight savings time. So, you know, it is what it is with that. So all those nighttime reviews, I'm still going to be able to get in there. And the places that I go to make sure I film my stuff safely is still close by. So no change there whatsoever. Let's see here. Ericard, Elizabeth, thank you so much for jumping on. Good evening to you. Another awesome supporter of the community. You guys may recognize the name. All of my Blue Wrench peeps that I'm seeing here on my side, you guys may be noticing as well. Let's see here. Yes, I know, Pablo, not another curfew. It is what it is, but what could you do, right? It is what it is. Let's see here. Going down the line. AG2022, unsubbed. Awesome. Take care, my friend. Take care. Take care. All right. Drew's Reviews. Got to check out 7-Eleven for the slider situation. Yes, that was a lot of fun to do a couple of days ago. I really enjoyed giving that a go. I got to admit, very, very solid quality on that. If you guys haven't seen my review that I launched earlier today, easy recommendation. Obviously, you know where to find it. You're here in the channel. It's in my latest uploads. I don't think I have a 7-Eleven's playlist. I didn't put that in the playlist, actually. So I'll probably have to make one eventually. I think I have like maybe 2 or 3 other reviews from like way back in the day. But take a look at those because I got to tell you, I was not expecting what I got. And I was very surprised at what I thought when I got them. So you'll probably see a little bit of a teaser already on IG. If you guys are not following me on Instagram, it's Peep This Out Reviews over there. Take a look at that little clip there. It's about a 20, 25-second clip that I threw up there earlier today, 6 p.m. So you guys can take a look, but a very lovely situation to check that out. And definitely a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun with that. Shane Dagenhart, thank you so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. Nehemiah, I haven't heard about cases going up in Connecticut. Let's just hope it just doesn't go any further than that, please. Very, very important. Very important with that. Let's see here. Pablo, nobody has a hamster. And Annette is like, never owned a hamster. I'm a fan of animals. I love animals. You know, most of the peeps who know me closely obviously know that for sure. Zach and Dad, thanks so much. Good evening to you. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope you guys are doing well. Jesse Pinkman, why would you unsubscribe from the Best Food Review channel on YouTube? No worries, Jesse. I appreciate you for asking. Whoever wants to do, they can do whatever they wish. But I know people who may unsubscribe. I know they creep in the background. So it's all good. Not to worry, not to worry. But I appreciate everybody's support, whether you like the content, thumbing it up, thumbing it down. It's still interaction on the video. So I appreciate you and checking in to let me know whether you like it or not as well. It just shows that it's getting a response, and that's a cool thing, right? So I'm happy about that, which is awesome. And yes, Drew, no cats, no hamsters. Don't cut hamsters either. Yes, Drew, please, 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 please. Let's not bring up old stuff. Let's not bring up old stuff. All right, you guys ready for this review? Because I want to get into this right now because I am a little on the hungry side. I'm going to be getting like a normal dinner after we do the streams like I usually do. I don't like to eat heavy or eat like a meal before, only because naturally I just want to get myself primed for relaxation afterwards and kind of think about how things went, what I could do better, what I can maybe improve upon. I mean, I really think about these things while I'm doing my stuff, even though I'm out with, you know, the wifey and we're getting some food and stuff. But you guys ready for that? Let me see a thumbs up here in the chat. I see Bobby Caton has got the first thumbs up in effect here right now. We're going to see what happens when they say, don't be sheep, don't wear a mask, people at Thanksgiving, snacking cold. We'll see what happens, man. I know it's getting crazy out here with everything, but let's just all do the right thing. And, you know, any barrier between anybody until we can get through this is a good thing. There's nothing else really to say about it. It's crazy how this has become a thing over all these years, or throughout this year, I should say. It's crazy to go. David P says, let's go. We got thumbs up all over the place. Looking forward to the review. All right. Well, somebody has actually already guessed it here in the chat. And right when I saw that, and there was a reason why I did not want to say it right away, because when I saw it, I was like, okay, somebody just guessed it. And it wasn't Drew. Drew is usually the clairvoyant one here in the chat. He's like my brother from another mother. So I don't know. I don't know. And Critical, I appreciate the love on that one. Realize they have a hole in their lives. I appreciate you greatly. Kyle Broussard, do you know for Uber or Lyft what the policy is for no mask, no ride? I couldn't tell you, Kyle. I could not tell you. But let's get into this review right now, because I am very excited to give this a shot. And like I said, this was actually already guessed already in the chat, and I believe it was from Six Woods Taylor. So guys, I finally found these, and I'm very excited to give this a go. The gingerbread Oreos, and I haven't had actually a regular Oreo in a while. So take a look at the packaging. I am definitely digging that. Apparently it's got 5 designs, and this is probably going to be reversed on your side. If you guys are seeing a reverse text, give me a thumbs up here. Actually, a thumbs down. Give me a thumbs down if you see this backwards, because I'm looking at it backwards on my screen here. If it looks good on your side, give me a thumbs up, because I want to make sure that this looks legit. What I'm seeing there is backwards, but I'm liking, not reverse. Good. Okay, so this is actually current, which is nice. Very cool. I appreciate that. We got thumbs up across the board. So guys, I know very little about these. I saw when this was coming out, and there was some descriptions on all these other sites out there. I haven't seen any reviews of this, and I was very excited. I knew I'd be doing this eventually. I thought I'd be maybe getting into further into December to do this, but naturally, because it's right around Thanksgiving's time, I guess it seems kind of appropriate, right? I mean, a lot of with the holiday stuff, and being that, you know, we're lit up like a Christmas tree literally here right now, I figured, why not give this a go? The limited edition gingerbread Oreos. So 5 basic designs. I guess you've got the little snowman guy. What else do we have here? Oreo Joy, Oreos for Santa, like a little house, a little Christmas tree, a little, you know, gingerbread dude right there. It's actually really cool. I mean, the quality is pretty nice on those designs. I hope that hopefully it translates well on what I'm going to look at here. But gingerbread flavored cookie, naturally and artificially flavored, cream with crunchy sugar crystals, nice, and with 5 festive designs. So all right, let's get this going here right now, because I want to get into this. And of course, you know, I've got some milk on hand, because you got to do a little milk with Oreo action, right? It's what it is. Candace is not a fan of gingerbread, but okay. All right, let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. I'm very excited to see if this is going to translate well. So I'll give you a little story while I'm doing this. Take a look. Oh, wow, you can actually see the crystals on the inside here. Take a look at that, guys. That looks really, really nice. So far, I mean, standard. Let's get that smell test. Let's get the aroma test going. Oh, yeah, that is strong. Strong gingerbread action. Wow. Oh, wow, this one is a little beefed. But what happened here? Let me show you here. Homeboy had a problem at the plant, I think. Something happened here. I don't know. We're going to pass on that one real quick. So let me give you, see if we can get some of these designs going over here. Take a look. Those are pretty nice. So you've got the standard Oreo action. Focus, focus, focus. There you go. And let's go for the designs. I'm going to see if I can give you a look at the designs directly first, because I want to give you that quality stuff there. A lot of you guys expect that quality, and I like delivering that quality. So what I'm going to do is the ones that I find that I have the designs on, we'll just pull them out and we'll go from there. But there's the house. These are pretty cool, actually. You guys remember the Game of Thrones Oreo, where they actually had the house insignias on all those Oreos? I did that review, and that was a blast to do. But I am real. Wow, that's really nice, man. These really came out solid. Look at that. And of course, they have the Oreo on the back. But look at that. Telling you, this is pretty killer right now. This really is. I'm glad you're digging the camera. This is kind of the backup one that I use. Take a look. Look at that. I am really impressed with what we've got here right now. So we've got Oreo of Joy. We've got the house. We've got this guy right over here. Again, I think this is my favorite one. What do you guys think? I think that's my favorite one right there. Let me know in the chat down below what you guys like out of this group. And then here is the 5th one, Oreo for Santa. You know, I got to tell you, I am really impressed by how detailed they got these cookies here right now. Michael Domer says he found these at Kroger. Yes, I got these at my local Ralph's, which is essentially Kroger here on the West Coast. They have all Kroger brand, but really, really cool. And Man, that really rocks. I mean, the smell is really solid. I mean, that gingerbread is really on there. Okay, so the question now, if you guys want to see me do one particular style, which one do you want me to do? If you want to see the gingerbread man, just give me a thumbs up. If you want to see the Christmas tree, give me a Christmas tree in the chat. If you want to see the house, give me a little house in the chat. And for Santa, just give me a Santa. And then the other one here is Oreo Joy, which I know I'm not going to do. So those emojis, let me see what we see the most of on here, and we'll go for that style. But like I said, I am really impressed with the quality of this. This really is really cool. Let me try and focus that in just a little bit more so you guys can kind of see there. It's trying to focus in on me instead. But let's see how many what we can get off here. If we got a Santa face, we got a Christmas tree, we got a thumbs up, and gingerbread man by himself, I think we'll just keep that on the side. I kind of like the Christmas tree, though. We got Santa. We got more trees so far. I know I'm asking a lot of you guys with all the emojis. You should know you got to keep that Emojipedia tab open on your browser when you jump on these streams. I may be asking you for some stuff. Justin, I appreciate the kind words, my friend. Thank you so much. The best food reviewer. We got a lot of great peeps in the community. Everybody contributing. It's good. It's good times. Looks like, I guess, the overwhelming majority wants to see the Christmas tree. And honestly, I like that one too. That really is pretty nice. So not as detailed as the house, but the basic idea is there. I may actually come back to that because we're going to go for a dip, but just so you guys can see it, look at that. That is really slick. Really slick. So as usual, let me pop the top, go a little taste of the cream action right there, and you guys can see. If I can kind of focus that so you can see the crystals. Come on. It's contrasty. That's part of the reason why it's not going to go. But you can see the red crystals that are in there. It's actually, there's a lot of them on here. Let's give this a shot real quick. Oh, crunchy. That's standard Oreo cream, but with the granular sugar. I'm getting notes of peppermint actually from that. It's different. It's different, definitely. Not straight out Oreo cream like hardcore, but peppermint, but very sweet. So let's combine it with the actual gingerbread itself. And again, really digging that design right there, guys. Look at that design. That is just really cool. Let's give this a shot here real quick. The all new limited edition gingerbread Oreo. Perfect for the holiday, right? Oh yeah. This is a holiday treat already. I wish I had my RDR pop-up right over here. Already. Wow. It's not bad, guys. The wafer, the gingerbread is really strong. It's noticeably different. This does not feel like a standard Oreo. In fact, I'd almost venture to guess the cream itself really is the only little residual piece on the very back end of this that's letting me know that, yeah, this is an Oreo. Because in my head, obviously I've got Oreo on the cookie, but the gingerbread is very strong on this, guys. And like I said, quality is nice. I mean, these are really awesome. These little sandwich cookies are the bomb. You already know Oreo's like the #1 cookie that's out there by far, and for good reason. This is good. Wow. Chevy 5-Speed, how you doing? Snack King wishes. Snack King Cole. I wish they did something with Gumdrop. That would be interesting. That would be interesting. Nice combination, I would think, there. And yes, Annette, we're going to be dipping these in milk. Have no fear. I just wanted to kind of get the palate going with just this by itself. But nice, guys. I mean, the sweetness is a little bit of the elevated sweetness that you get from an Oreo, but heavy gingerbread, the granular sugar, the crystals on the actual cream itself, the light back end coming up of the cream, that the familiar flavor of Oreo. But there's a little bit of a peppermint hit that I'm getting with this that's adding to this right now. So I think it's just the flavor of those crystals. But guys, it's good. That is really good. Okay, so we have the gingerbread man or the house. We'll go between these two. Which one do you guys want to see into the milk? If you want to see the house, go into the milk. Give me a house in the chat. If you want to see the gingerbread man go into the house, give me a baby face in the chat. Let me see which is going to be jumping up here. House or baby face? And we'll just keep these up here, actually, so you guys can kind of see. Try and get out of the way here. Focus. It's close enough, but as you can see, let me see which is which. I'd like to see, yes, Mr. Rogers, most stuff. I think I'd like to see a double version of that cream with those granular crystals. That would be pretty amazing, I think. Pablo has got the regular cookie. We got Babyface, Annette Cervantes. For the gingerbread man, we got the house. We got the house. Nehemiah, no cheating, only one. Ericard says both are good for 6 Woods Taylor. Is commenting back. Let's see here. Armando says, hope you make the gingerbread house with the Peep This Out logo and Oreos. Wouldn't that be cool if I had my own Oreo cookie? So we got, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Looks like the houses are tied. Houses are 3, and then we have 3 of the baby here. So we need some tiebreakers, guys. We need to get active in the chat. Oh, we got a house over here. I'm going to give it another 10 seconds, and I'm going to recount real quick over here. We're counting down. Food Taster TV, thanks so much for jumping. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right, we got house. It looks like the house is going to do it there. So it looks like we're going with the house. Let me do a quick recount just to see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 houses. And for the baby face, starting with Annette, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's not going to work. Mr. Rogers, little kid shouldn't be drinking beer. That's not cool. All right, so we're going with the house. And I guess it makes sense, I guess, considering it's like snowy. You know, it's considered, I guess, you know, it's snowing outside. We're going into the milk. So I guess this is kind of fitting. But as you can see, the detail is very, very cool. So let's go for it. We're going straight in. Take a look. Take a look. Lovely situation on the house right there. And see if we can kind of focus back. All right, let's give this a shot. This is soaked up nicely. The Gingerbread Oreo limited edition, dunked in milk. Let's do it. These always come alive with milk. You already know. Wow. Awesome. Guys, wow. You literally have 2 different flavor profiles right out of the package. It's awesome anyway. This is the description that you got from me. When you add milk into the equation, it accentuates everything because it adds extra creaminess on top, the softness of the cookie on top of that. So a lovely situation. Let's go for another dunk right in there. I know that it's probably not holding in terms of the focus, but you get the point. Man. I really like these. Can you tell? Wow. That's good. I don't know why I'm getting a peppermint vibe. It says here cream with crunchy sugar crystals, but I'm getting peppermint. If you guys have actually had these already, do you guys actually taste peppermint as well? Have you actually, are you getting that like I am right now? Because something's playing with my head that it's got like a peppermint type of vibe to it along with the gingerbread, but it's good. It's really good. All right. So on that scale of 1 to 10, obviously we're going to rate these right now. Quality right out of the package is pretty tasty, guys, and it really does generate those feelings of gingerbread because naturally it tastes like gingerbread. It's pretty strong, and I like the overall look of the designs. I think it's pretty festive for parties, for holidays, and just in general, if you like Oreo, and I don't know anyone who doesn't like Oreos, at least some form of them, I'm going to go a rock solid 9 out of this, guys. This is 9 out of 10. It's really awesome. Now, gingerbread is not my favorite either, but I like it on occasion. And naturally, with this in Oreo form, this works well. So I'm very happy with the fact that even though the sugar feels a little elevated slightly, it's not like a grit your teeth type of situation, but what they're selling here seems to be accurate. So you're getting a really solid gingerbread flavor with the familiar cream of Oreos and naturally with those granular sugar crystals on the inside. Like I said, getting that peppermint vibe. I don't know what it is, but it works very, very well. And again, those designs are really, really cool. And I really like the idea that you have a bunch of different things there for the table or whatnot there. So I am really digging these right now. So I think the wifey is going to like this a lot. And yeah, very, very tasty stuff for sure. And of course, you got to love the fact that they have the pull tabs on the very top of the package. You know that? I mean, that's really the signature of Oreo. Sometimes when they come out with these and they do not have those things, it's not really a good look. But naturally, with these limited editions, they do. So nice situation on that, guys. Nice situation. So very, very good stuff there for sure. Name not found. You better stay frosty for those. Yes, absolutely. You already know what it is. Food Taster doesn't think they have the gingerbread Oreos in Canada. Jackie Hero Food Reviews. Hey, thanks so much for jumping on. I'm sorry if I missed you earlier, but maybe you can confirm that too up in Canada. There's no gingerbread Oreos that you guys have either up there? I mean, I know that some of these things don't usually translate initially, but sometimes, you know, we get things that Canada has and vice versa. But yeah, we'll have to see. Drew says the slit appears when open. Yes, that's how you know the freshness is hasn't been tampered with. You already know what it is. Dante Reed, can you do a shout out for Run of the World release? Their new album just came out. Cool. Very cool. Shout outs. Run the World releasing their album just came out. Very cool. I'd like to know who that is personally. But Dante Reed, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. I'm glad I saw the comment on here. And that says she'll stick with the regular Oreos. That's always the best. I mean, obviously, that's always the best. It is. It's classic for a reason. But I love all these flavors. And I think Oreo, they do probably the most rotation out of any cookie company out there. I think anywhere, to be honest. I mean, it's the most well-known cookie in the world, I think. But there's so many different versions they've come out with over the years that it's just insane. I've got a few different ones that I've done on my channel, and there's been a lot of other reviews on all the other ones in a lot of different places. So you'll be able to find a lot. But there's always something new, and a lot of the ones do come back. The pumpkin Oreo, I believe I did when that first came out, which I really liked. I mean, that was really good. I'm a fan of pumpkin spice anyway, so it was kind of like, you know, I wasn't surprised when I saw that when, you know, a couple of years ago, and even this year, pumpkin spice, you know, was still pretty heavy. The last couple of years, it felt like we were being inundated with pumpkin spice. I think they have pumpkin spice Spam at one point. Did they have? If they have pumpkin spice Spam, drop that here in the chat. I think there was. I've never tried that myself, but you know, that'd be pretty crazy to do there for sure. Let's see here. Let's see, you guys are all active in the chat. We got 57 peeps in the house with 47 thumbs up, so we're 10 short of it there. If you guys are checking in, I appreciate you for jumping on here right now. Again, this is Ian K from Peep This Out Reviews, obviously here for you. Ivor, yes, pumpkin spice Spam is a thing. Gross. No joke, you know, no joke. It was legit. All right. So before we get into the next review, in just a second, I wanted to show you a couple of things that just came in today, just to give you an idea. And it was something that I thought was going to be arriving around Halloween, actually, but it actually arrived late. And I just wanted to show you a couple of collectible things, actually a few different things here that just showed up here. And I opened up this box and my wife is like, what is that? And I'm like, oh, something that I pre-ordered, you know, like about a month or so back. So I wanted to kind of show you here what just showed up. And I thought, like I said, this was going to show up for Halloween. But speaking of Halloween, I know that this is a holiday stream. If you guys are familiar with this brand right here on the bottom, it's Reaction Figures. They're not the most detailed what they are, you know, these types of figures here. This is probably not going to focus because of the lighting that I have right there. But we've got a little miniature Michael Myers right over here. And on the very back, Halloween 2, they couldn't stop him. He's back. So it has the card in the very back here, which is kind of cool. So Michael Myers. And you can't have Michael Myers without Laurie Strode. So take a look at Laurie Strode. She has the trademark blood on her gown. This is from Halloween 2. If you guys haven't seen Halloween 2, the real Halloween 2 from back in 1980, 81, that's where these are from. And they have like that vintage look, you know, for them, which is kind of cool. So like I said, not the most, you know, highly detailed characters in terms of what they are, but they get the point across. Take a look on the very bottom. It looks like we've got a scalpel. We've got a syringe. We've got the hammer right over there too, which is kind of cool. But something that just showed up on the doorstep, and I was like, oh, let me just show these in the stream here. It's just another thing to add to the collection in the very back over here. I don't know, for some of you eagle-eyed viewers over here, I know that I have a lot of stuff in the background. I actually have another, this is actually from years ago, right over here. This is actually the one, because you guys all know Alien Stay Frosty is my favorite, one of my favorite sci-fi films. This is a reaction figure from back in the day for Alien. And he even has the mouth. You can kind of see that in over there just a little bit. But very cool. And on the very back, it has a little counter card breakdown of the different versions that you can get. And like I said, not the most detailed, but they're just collectibles, you know, for what they are. So really, really cool. Esteban, Halloween 2 is the best movie for all the Halloween movies, no doubt. It was actually the more violent of them. There was very little blood in the original Halloween, believe it or not. And it wasn't really super crazy. But I like how they sell them unpunched from Critical. Yes, I like that too. I mean, these are like, you know, for the adult collector, I guess, so to speak, right there, which is kind of cool. But I'm really digging the Halloween one. You know, like I said, they did a nice job, at least just with the counter card version, you know, for what these are. But what I think you guys are really going to want to see is this, because this just came today. And I was super excited when I saw that these were announced, because I have another one of these coming in about, I think it's middle of December is when it comes out. Now, you guys, anyone fans of The Mandalorian? If you guys are fans of The Mandalorian, let me see a thumbs up here in the chat. I have a feeling you're going to see a whole bunch of thumbs up over here. I've got to watch the new episode tonight, so I'm very excited with that. So after I get the stream ready for tomorrow, this replay, I'm going to be jumping onto that for sure. And yes, in that Baby Yoda show. Yeah, my sister just got one of those little talking Baby Yoda things, the toys, I guess, and it makes all the noises and stuff like that, which is kind of cool. But yes, Mandalorian is great. Everybody's jumping on here right now. Take a look at this right here, the Imperial Death Trooper. Now, these are custom. This was an Amazon exclusive, apparently, that pretty much sold out quick when I saw that this was announced during Star Wars Day. So just wanted to show you this there. I've always been a fan of just like the offshoots of a lot of these series that have come out there. Rogue One, I think, was one of the most incredible movies, I thought, at least in the Star Wars universe, because of the Death Troopers and the new stuff that they introduced, even though they were early on. But this one here is an Imperial Death Trooper that comes with an Imperial credit on the very top right over there, because the money actually, once the Empire was destroyed, wasn't really affected too much, or really they weren't really supposedly taking this throughout the Republic any longer. But this is a nice little souvenir to come with it there, but pretty cool. What these basically have are like art decos and paint schemes from the storyboards at the end of The Mandalorian. So whenever you see any of those episodes and they have the storyboards of all the shots and the scenes in the movie, you actually have basically these color-coded characters that they show on the storyboard. So these are custom paint jobs based upon that. And this one apparently was an Amazon exclusive, which is where I got this one here. Let's see. Have you seen yes, I've seen Solo, the Star Wars story. I liked it. It was a fun film. Not the greatest film, but I liked it. It was definitely fun. I do not have the child just yet, Pablo, but I plan on it at some point. I definitely want to add that to the collection for sure. So let's see the very back, as you guys can see. Hopefully that'll kind of, probably not, but it's really washed out because of the white. But really cool in terms of the design. Like I said, it's very authentic the way it looks, and the custom paint there from there. Plus, obviously, it's got all the Mandalorian, you know, branding and everything like that too. So really, really slick with this. The actual Mandalorian with the custom paint job is in December, and once that comes in, I'll definitely show you guys that one for sure. But I don't really buy like action figures and toys too much anymore, even though I know what you're seeing up here is probably ridiculous. But every once in a blue moon, I like to add a couple of little things in there. I just don't do it nearly as much as I used to, because naturally I got to watch my space. And as you can see, I'm probably not doing a good job of that, right? Let's see. Good times indeed. Ricardo Thurman, I need that cup. Which cup? Which cup? This cup? It's down below if you'd like to see it there. Snacking Cole's a Spaceballs geek. Absolutely. I just watched that recently too. Dark Helmet. Man, good times. Definitely good times with that. You already know. I'm like this classic. I mean, Snack, you're probably like closer to my age range in that, you know, a little bit. Not quite up there, but you know those movies from the 80s and 90s. You already know. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of that movie as well. So good times. Definitely good times with that. All right, guys, before we get into the next review, because I'm definitely watching the time, I want to make sure you guys have equal opportunity after the reviews. We can try and get some more questions in and talk to you guys. Zach and Dad, Pizza the Hut. Yes. That whole scene in the diner with the alien, you know, the xenomorph dancing across the screen, Bill Pullman, John Candy. It's classic Mel Brooks. I mean, it really, really awesome stuff. You guys haven't seen Spaceballs, you should revisit that movie. It's definitely good times. So guys, aside from 7-Eleven's buffalo chicken and cheeseburger sliders, you already know Blaze Pizza. If you guys have Blaze Pizza in the area, a little bird just slipped a little info my way, and I found out about this, and I was like, you know what, I need to jump on over and definitely give this a shot. And I'm so glad that I did. Cheesy bread on the menu. Now, a lot of people are like, well, what's up with, you know, cheesy bread from, you know, Blaze Pizza, but what about Little Caesars? I mean, Little Caesars has an awesome version of it as well, and I've reviewed that on the channel. But Blaze is definitely a little bit unique in terms of artisanal. You know, it just seems more artisan the way it's made. But at the same time, the quality is pretty awesome. If you guys haven't seen that review, take a look at the Blaze Pizza cheesy bread that they have on there. The Jack in the Box chicken tater melt was a lot of fun to do as well. That's something that in that video, I think I was saying something along the lines of, because I always see that on the menu every time I go to Jack, and I always said, you know what, I got to try that. I just got to try it. So I finally did. So that was an amazing situation there. We've got the veggie nachos party pack. That was a huge, like, you know, 2 foot long, whatever that thing was. It was a huge box of nachos with the veggie style by adding black beans. So definitely take a look at that. We've got the black bean toasted cheddar chalupa, which I did a few days prior to that. And then I came back to do the nachos like a day or so later. And then before that, we have the Beyond Meat. Yeah, the Beyond Meat on the Pizza Hut pizza. That was actually good. The Beyond Meat Italian sausage. The Go Beyond version of that, where I actually split it down the middle and you actually have 2 different reviews in one there. And then naturally the crispy crunchy chicken as well. There's some great content that you guys have available there. And thank you so much for all the love and support. You guys are definitely digging it. I'm having so much fun putting my stuff together. Knee deep in about actually my 3rd project I'm on there. I'm about wrapping up 2 right now as well. There's a lot coming out very soon, so you guys are going to have some fun stuff to take a look at. But guys, the machine just keeps rolling, and that's the thing right there. That's the thing. It's just keeping that content moving for you. Let's see. Going down. Dark Blaze, what to do? Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you for being here right now. Drew's Food Reviews, the diner scene where they show up in the parking lot and there's the Millennium Falcon. Yes. Good times, I'm telling you. It's really, really good times. Dragos, Moji, Little Caesars cheese bread costs too much in my opinion. It's $4.50 here. You can get a pizza instead of 50 cents more. Definitely. Yes, it's different, but it's a lot more dough. That's the thing there. The ones that you get for $5 are not the deep dish pizzas unless you're getting the lunch special. So essentially, that's kind of like what it is. I mean, it's really like a lunch special type of thing, but the way that they do it, they just give you an extra cut in between the slice, and that's pretty much what makes it the long, you know, look there. But the quality is decent. I mean, Little Caesars makes some really good cheesy bread. It's really good stuff. Paola, Cachola, thanks so much for jumping on. Hello, hello. Shout out to the Tres Leches Parfait to the Jack in the Box. Yes, Armando, that was a good one. I enjoyed that. I enjoyed that one. Tres Leches. It was pretty good. Let's see here. Snack. We got this place called Route 66 with a pepperoni cheese bread. That's I can imagine. That must be effing fire, of course. Actually, Little Caesars has their pepperoni cheese bread as well. Snack. That's definitely something to go in on for sure. For some reason, it's not available at like all the Little Caesars for some reason, at least not here. But I found one that had it and I reviewed it and I was like, you know what? It's just like I remember, but with pepperoni. That's really all that it is. But the quality was pretty banging. So yeah, I can imagine any of those little mom and pops or local spots that do similar things, or like Chicago deep dish style stuff. I mean, you can't beat a real mom and pop style pizza joint. I mean, it's great to have the mainstream conveyor belt, you know, oven type of stuff. But at the same time, you know, you already know those local spots are pretty fire also. In New York, especially where I'm from originally, I remember being a little kid and the pizza in New York is glorious. I mean, you can't get any better than that. I'm sorry. I don't care what anybody says. New York pizza is just the bomb. It is just the bomb. I'm a huge fan of East Village Pizza on Instagram, and every one of those stories, every one of those videos that guy puts out where they're pulling these pizzas out of the oven and they're slicing them. I watched probably like a million, no joke, little clips of various pizzas being taken out of the oven and sliced with all the cheese dripping and those double stack pizzas. I mean, I would love to review that stuff. Once we can get back to it, I would love to go to New York and review that stuff for sure. Sammy, what's going on? Thanks so much for jumping on. Wendy's 2 for $5 is back. You can now get a cheeseburger with it. Nice, 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 nice. Good stuff over there. Wendy's is definitely doing it big. They're still rocking their pretzel goodness. You already know. Let's see. Paola, yes, the loaded steakhouse burger. I think that's a Dairy Queen thing. I do not have a Dairy Queen close to me, unfortunately. That's the only problem. We had one at a local mall, but they shut down. So, yeah, no bueno on that. I have no desire to check that one out, to be honest. There's so many variations of steak burgers that I've done, and Dairy Queen. I don't know, for some reason, it's just everything I've seen from them. It's just, it's all right. It looks all right. But if I take that back. If I do happen to come across, if there is a Dairy Queen in the area and there's something that of interest there, I'd love to do at least maybe 1 or 2 reviews from them, I guess, just to have on the channel, just for curiosity's sake. But there's actually one spot that I actually heard from a family member that I'm trying to see if I can get to safely to do. And if I can, I'll tell you more as we get closer to it, if that's the case, because I definitely want to give it a shot. From what I hear, this place is pretty good, so I don't want to spoil anything just yet. Snack King, yeah, peep this, Washington. Come up and let's go eat stuff, man. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. One day to travel around. I would love to do some in-person collabs with people. Be a blast to do. It's been a minute since I've done any of that. Naturally, strictly because with everything happening this year, it's not happening, and plus everybody living out of state. It is what it is right now for right now. Drew, to infinity and beyond meat, Buzz Lightyear burger. That would be amazing. Randy's Donuts LA. You know what? Jake Franco, we actually have one that just opened up here in Pasadena that I actually have had them around my birthday. I was looking at something specific to maybe review from them, but nothing is kind of jumping out that wouldn't be like, okay, it's just a donut that you've seen a million times, and I don't want to just give you a piece of content just to put something out that I don't think would make too much sense. Maybe just to see what the stuff looks like, maybe, but not against the idea. But again, the landmark version of it, I'd want to take you to see, because the one that has the big donut on there where you wait like 40-45 minutes to get in, that's what you really want to see. And unfortunately, right now in LA, it's not exactly a good look anywhere to be out at all, to be honest. So hopefully one day in the future. Ericard, the review crew did a group collab today with each member repping local food joints. Yes, I saw. I've been seeing a few things popping up on my feed today while I'm running around. So there's a lot to catch up on with that. But I saw that. Where it's like you're repping your state or repping where you're from over there. So very, very fun theme. Those are the things that definitely are definitely super fun for sure. And of course, you have all the awesome personalities and everybody that's involved. That's always a good time. But yeah, shout outs to you guys doing the do, always there. Like I said, any type of, contribution for the community. And the most important thing is you guys are having fun doing it. That is rule number 1, is have fun doing it and just have that synergy. That's what it's all about. Good times right there. All right, you guys ready for round 2 of the reviews? Let me see a thumbs up here in the chat. Better yet, give me a snowflake here in the chat. I want to see a snowflake here in the chat if you guys are ready to go for round 2, because this should be kind of fun. And I hope I'm not killing my dinner slightly by what I'm having here right now. Paola says donuts are her favorite dessert. They're one of my favorites, if not probably the favorite as well. Let me tell you, I'm ready for it. Krispy Kreme and Dunkin' Donuts, one has to go. I'd probably have to say Dunkin', because they're just kind of like, okay. They're not horrible, but Krispy Kreme is iconic. There's just no comparison with that. I'm sorry. I love Dunkin'. My peeps watching Dunkin' know that I love my Dunkin', love my iced coffees. But yes, I agree. We got snowflakes galore jumping in here right now. And you know what? It's actually very fitting, because I've been hearing about this for so long, and I've been wanting to do this for so long. So I'm scratching one off the bucket list right now. And you guys watching it live, I think you're going to be in for a treat, because I've been told by everyone who tells me about these things, says, you know what, that is the best thing you need to get. And I figured, you know what, in keeping with the theme of gingerbread Oreo, why not lace it up with some white fudge? And this is literally going to be something heavenly. My wife was instantly, when she saw this, she's like, oh my God, can I get into this right now? I'm like, I have to review this first. I don't want to open the box. Just to prove it to you, it's sealed on both ends right over there. But I have never had these, but white fudge covered, limited edition right now. So I am excited to give this a go. Like I said, Oreo is like one of my all-time, if not the all-time favorite cookie of your boy Ian K. And I haven't said your boy in a long time, from way back in the early Peep This Out days. But your boy definitely loves white fudge for sure. And I am definitely down with this. Even just standard, the dark fudge, the regular fudge too. I may have to actually do that at one point. So if you guys want to see that, maybe in the chats down below, if you're catching this on the replay, definitely when you see this go live, drop the comments down below and let me know if you'd like to see the dark chocolate or the dark fudge, regular fudge version of this one here as well. But let's get into this, guys. I am ready to give this a go right now. So looks like we got a lot of people who enjoy this one also. Jackie Hero loves these. Klon Go, thanks so much for jumping on. We got 60 people watching here in the house right now. I appreciate you. 53 thumbs up. Wow, I can already tell this is already going to be a lovely situation in terms of the package. So you guys are going to see it first on the inside, and I'm already digging the fact that it says across the side right there. You guys see that? I'm experiencing this for the first time with you guys. So let's take this out. Oh, man. Oh. Guys, come on now. Focus on these bad boys right here. Look at this. White fudge like white dark chocolate to me, says Paola. Very nice. E-Ricard says do the dark next. Dark fudge, Annette. Okay, I'll probably rock these out as maybe a bonus review. I'll find the dark ones. I saw them today, and then we'll do them for next week as a bonus review. But guys, so far, this is looking pretty good here. Look at this. We got 12 cookies. I mean, they really want you to just buy more packages of this here. We got 3 rows of 4. And I love the fact that it says in there. That is a lovely, lovely situation. So let me open this up and we'll see how this goes. I want to do this carefully. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm genuinely excited right now. All right, so the big reveal. Let's do this. Let's peep this out. Let's try and position this first. When you do this live, it's always different when you're doing edited content, but let's just take these out of the package. Look at this. I want to see if we can focus on the detail. Look at that. Oh man, these things are stacked. I can see putting like a little scoop of ice cream between like 2 of these. I mean, seriously right now. So let me go with, oh, wow. It's got a nice, it feels almost like Play-Doh, to be honest. This is going to be all contrasty. I'm not going to really be able to show you too much here. This is not going to keep the focus as good as it should because it's really, really white. But let me give this a shot and we'll give this a go. And just to be on the safe side here, I'm going to put this underneath, give this a show. Annette Cervantes, thick. That's just how I like it. Check that out right there. Nice and thick. I am super excited with this. All right, just bite it already, right? Let's do it. Oh, God. I'm going to cry. This is delicious. Oh. My God, dude. I'm excited. I am excited right now. My wife is going to destroy this box. I can already tell you. Look at that on the inside. Wow. God. I don't cry over food, but I am like, this is good. I know this is like, you're probably thinking, oh, he's acting. No, I'm serious. This is literally mouthgasm. I'm just going to say it. This is insane. This is insane. I got to get another box of these. I know it. Oh my God. I don't think I want to see the calories on that. Okay. I kind of do actually. Hang on one second. That is super rich. Well, it's not bad. 1 cookie is 100 calories. That's not bad considering 2 regular Oreos are like 140. So they're like 70 a piece. Whoa. It has got a very rich, creamy vanilla type flavor. I mean, it's white fudge, but I'm getting vanilla only because of the cream on the middle of the Oreo itself. But wow, this is ridiculous. Really, really ridiculous. There's that nice kind of focusing in there just a little bit. See if I can pull out of the way right there. But it's thick. This almost feels like that, like the most, you know, the most stuffed or the thicker version of this right now. But the fudge, the quality of the fudge is primo. And believe it or not, it kind of cuts some of the sugar from the actual Oreo because the light creaminess, it just feels like it's got a lot more going on. This basically feels like an Oreo that you would dip into milk to get the extra creaminess, but you've already got that built into the fudge. and then you're getting the nice residual flavor on the back from the Oreo, and it's all coming together because your mouth is watering. Trying to give you way over detail on just a fudge covered Oreo, but man, this is banging right now. And I am so sorry that I waited so long to give this a shot. Now I've got to do the fudge one right over there because I already know that's going to be a ridiculous situation right now. So insane. I'm going to go for another bite of it. You know what? I'm probably going to go easy because of the dinner coming up here and the wifey's going to want to try this. Let's just dunk it in with this one here. And again, this is only going to make it that much creamier, guys. So I am super excited right now to give this a go. Let me lather it up just a little bit. Here we go. The white fudge covered. Let's do it. The fudge is overpowering this, but it's delicious. Whoa. That's crazy. That's really good though, but on its own, right out of the box, that's milk and cookies without the milk. That is straight out the best way to describe this because, man, they're heavy though. It's really heavy. Honestly, I probably am not going to do more than maybe 2, if that, but 1 is really all you need just to kind of get the idea of what this is. But guys, this is a hefty container. This thing has got some weight to it right now. So easy recommendation. This was actually on sale for $3 by me over here, which is actually not bad at all for this because for 12 cookies, for what it is, you're getting a nice treat. And the quality of that fudge is banging. I am so impressed with this right now. I don't think I can probably go back to a standard Oreo without having something like this on it now because I think I'm kind of spoiled. These are the kind of the things that you would find like at a Disneyland bakery or places that customize cakes. Sometimes you see things they do with Oreos. I'm sure you guys have seen some of these things before. Paul, Critical East Japan, you probably have a few different variations of something like this overseas, you know, if anything there. There's a lot of things that they do to Oreos, you know, a lot of artisan type of places or bakeries, trendy places. But man, just on its own, I'm impressed with the fudge quality on this, guys. I'm telling you right now. Oh, Nehemiah says my wife is not going to be sharing. She's probably not going to be when she when she tastes this right now. I already know she's going to enjoy this a lot here right now. But I have to admit, guys, very, very impressed. And I don't think Oreo is being egotistical by putting all over the packaging like this because you can see they already know, and you know it too. This thing is going to be ridiculously good. And I am so glad this is back on here right now. My store was lit up with so many of these packages. There was like boxes of them, like displays set up. Like this is like an event for that. So I am super, super impressed with the quality of the white fudge Oreo. Needless to say, it blows away the gingerbread one over here. But, you know, it's a different thing. Guys, it's a holiday thing. You have choice, and that choice is good. And obviously with the white fudge being what it is, I cannot wait to get into the dark covered one here, the fudge covered one. Man, that is just ridiculous. And it says right here, you have got to try this. Fudge covered Oreo cookies. All right, I've got it right there. Aside from all of you guys in there as well. I appreciate you guys for the suggestion. And again, please accept my whole humbled apology. Please, you know I love you guys. I'm sorry I waited this long to give those a shot, but I finally did, and you guys are going to see it in the thumbnail. And the chances are, if you click on the replay, you already know it because there it is. So it's good times right there. Good times for sure. Let's see here. Going down the line, we've got just a few minutes left over here. I'm going to be jumping on in. All right, Michael Domeyer, Critical saw the BK has, the bunless 1 pound burger. Paul, you've got some fun stuff to check out over there. Over there. They're doing it big over in Japan right now at BK. You got some great stuff. The Extreme Burger. It's some crazy stuff. Man, good times. Let's see. Sid the Kid, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you jumping in here right now, making it here into the chat on the live stream. Klon Go, you should do a video with your wife. You know what? A lot of people ask for those collabs between the wifey and I, and we actually have someone way back in the day, much early on. There's some Disneyland videos primarily that we were doing, and then when things kind of happened the way that they did, that's kind of what it was. But I'd like to be able to do that. I know a lot of you guys do ask, and believe me, I try. It is what it is, but maybe some point in the future we'll have to see. Have you seen it? Do you remember the scene in Iron Man 2 with Randy's donut scene? Yes, that's pretty much famous from that movie because of it too. being just a national landmark in general. But, you know, that movie definitely helped for sure. Sir, I'm going to have to ask you to exit the donut. That's right. Let's see. Sammy T told my boss at Wendy's about the idea for a salad for summertime or spring, the Baconator salad. It's a salad with bacon bits and cheese and patty chunks with mayo. Hey, I'll be down with it. It's basically just mashing up a Baconator burger and adding some lettuce. And there you go. That'd be an easy way to eat it, too. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. So let's see here. Going down the line. Let's see, guys. We've got 53 peeps in the house, 56 thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. You guys are always helping to break records on the thumbs up every week. We always strive to go for at least 50 plus, and you guys more often than not nail it. So thank you so much, and I appreciate that. If you guys are catching us on the replay, don't forget to hit that as well. I appreciate you guys greatly, and this is always such a blast to do every single week. You already know. Let's see. No late night donut runs for a while. Yes, Drew, I know. At least till December 21st, apparently. So the Donut Man here by me is going to be a no bueno situation. They're going to be closing for sure. So it is what it is. Just not cool. It is just not cool right now. But you know what? We're getting around to vaccines. We're getting around to therapeutics. We're getting around to just good stuff for the beginning of the year, and then we'll definitely be where we need to be. Things don't last forever, and there's always, you know, much brighter days ahead. So for a little bit of a hiccup, I know it seems like a year is a long time, and it is, but at the same time, you know, it's all about just trying to make the best of the situations as you possibly can, and you know, just getting through it as best as possible, as we all should, right there. Adriana, did you review the Chipotle Chicken Club combo? Haven't seen that. Haven't seen Chipotle with the Chicken Club. I was there recently too with the wifey. For sure. Good times. Good times. Sammy, so Ian, has any of the restaurants you've not been to had any lettuce? Yes, apparently Chick-fil-A by me has an issue with lettuce because of things going on right now. So it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's really the only spot that I've noticed it personally, at least from places that I frequent for that too. Zigzag wants to know if a Baconator salad would be healthy. If you have to ask, I think you know the answer to that one there. Drew, I've tried the Krispy Kreme caramel ones. Yeah, I was thinking about reviewing them just to kind of jump over there. I have 2 destination locations, which are on either end of the spectrum of where I live. I'm trying to kind of time things to eventually get to that before they go away. So I may do that as well. I think I'd mentioned too, I think Ricard, Elizabeth mentioned that the salted caramel one was pretty good for that. And that'd be the one that I'd probably want to try. You know, aside from just the standard one, obviously, for what it is. But we'll have to see. We'll have to see. Bobby Caton says, on the plus side, get a lot of home repairs done. You can cook more being at home all day. That's very true. That is very true. So good times, good times. All right, Ben Nguyen, what is your best fast food restaurant? For me, always In-N-Out. In-N-Out here is definitely an awesome situation, always. It's just a fixture here on the West Coast, and it's delicious stuff. E says, yes, the salted is the better than the plain. I would think so because it has a little bit more to it. Now, salted, I think I said it mentioned too, E, that salted caramel is not necessarily my thing either. You know, but it's okay. My wife likes salted caramel mostly, so I think she'd probably want to try that for sure. Let's see, Paola, a year ago, I think your wife had got into the camera with the earthquake stream. No, actually. She actually was here. I think there was knocking on the door or something that was happening then, but she definitely was not on the stream. I don't remember that in there for sure. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. I was pretty traumatized during that whole event, to be honest. And honestly, after I put that video up, I think I've maybe gone back to it a couple of times just to kind of check some things. But I just can't bring myself to watch that because it was a little bit of a traumatic thing. Witnessing that on camera, to be honest, you know, it was a little, not so much embarrassing. It just was a little uncomfortable. At the same time. So guys, last couple of things here before we wrap this one up, because I definitely want to get some real dinner right now. I'm really glad to have given a couple of Oreos from the gingerbread a shot, and that fudge covered one was just banging. I'm so glad with that, which by the way, I haven't even rated that one. Guys, where are my manners? That's an easy 10. That's an easy 10 right there. I mean, I don't think I need to clarify it, but it's obvious. But for those of you guys who are probably going to comment by the time this video comes out, you know, where's the score? What was the score? Obviously, that was beautiful, beautiful situation. So 10 all day on that. A classic Oreo, believe it or not, which actually had the fudge that wasn't even saying, it was saying kind of like, you know, whatever to the milk. That was crazy because the quality of that fudge was awesome. That really literally is milk and cookies in your hand without having to do anything else. That's really pretty much it. So good stuff. Have you seen it? Don't worry, we're not deleting this live stream. It will be out tomorrow. You guys will find it here on the channel earlier in the day. I try to shoot for the 10 p.m. or 10 a.m. time frame, which, by the way, guys, let me know, because I'm trying to experiment with a couple of things here on the channel. Do you guys like the 10 a.m. launch time, or do you want the regular 12 p.m. launch time? Because I'm always I hear what they say, that what they would want me to do, but you guys definitely help run the show, obviously, there. So let me see if you see 10, just put a 10 or a 12 into the chat, and I'll just like let it hang for like a second or two here, maybe a minute or two. Maybe make it easier for you guys. But do you guys like the 12 p.m. time frame? I don't think it really makes a difference with a couple of hours personally, because either way, it's going to be in the thread. You're going to see it, and it's available. And if you guys come across the channel, you'll see it. But you guys let me know. I want to see, I'll kind of get a gauge on what you guys think for that there. Critical, it's usually the middle of the night for me anyway. Okay, that's right. When you're under the planet right there, you already know what it is. So yes, Paul, I appreciate you reaching around to, obviously you see it on the channel. For those of you guys looking for the content, you already know where to go for it. But for just seeing it in if it really makes a difference to you to see it like popping up in your feed right at that time, for some people, I guess maybe it may. I'm not seeing too much of a difference in terms of views, in terms of how it really kind of registers, because as the day or two goes by, that's when you really see the power of what's happening. But let me know if it really makes a difference for you guys. If you guys are watching this on the replay, I'll kind of gauge it for another week or so, just to kind of see. But if I do go back to that, I'll let you know. Maybe by the next stream, we'll have to see, which will be Black Friday, I believe, next week. So we'll have to see. But apparently I'm seeing a bunch of 12s that are on here as well. Ericard 12, Mamaya Papaya 12, Mr. Rogers, Dom. So we'll have to see if it makes a difference for some. But like I said, as long as the content's out there, you guys know where to find it either way. If you think that you may have missed it or nothing is out of 12, you'll come to the channel and see if it's there, naturally, if 2 hours makes a difference there. But we'll see. Critical says he likes the audience analytic graph too. Yes, that's what it's basically telling me. 12 p.m. Or 10 a.m. is actually the thing when very many of the subscribers that are there. So we'll have to see, what happens there. Let's see. Nehemiah, we never understood when Tony Stark told the world that he's Iron Man on TV and not a bad guy tried to snipe him when he's in public. Well, it's a movie, first of all. And secondly, we don't know what may have happened off camera. And if they do decide to show those things down the line, keep in mind, Spider-Man was technically unmasked at the end of one of the last films. So hope I didn't give it away or which film that is, but I'm sure they're going to have to come back to that. So we'll see what happens. So we'll see. Armando, do you stay away from the news and focus on your content? Mostly. Guys, let me just tell you, just as the last couple of things here, I'm always building, I'm always creating, and I'm always drafting and things that I knew I have things coming up. There's usually about 2 or 3 videos that are in the can, things that are moving along. It's been that way for a bit now. So that's pretty much what I'm doing there. And then I kind of catch the headlines, for things that are there. So now I try and, not inundate myself with the news, because who wants to do that? But usually, yes, that's kind of what I do mostly there. And Nat, thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate you. And to everybody else here, we're going to start rounding this out here right now just to end the stream. But let me just say, I appreciate you guys. Again, thank you, thank you, thank you. Homie hugs to each and every one of you guys for jumping on here tonight to spend a little bit of time. We are just over the hour mark after starting and officially beginning shortly after the hour. But guys, so much fun. And with Thanksgiving coming next week, let me just wish each and every one of you guys, your families, your friends, for anyone that's just, going through some stuff right now, we all are. Just be thankful for what we've got going just for right now. And whatever type of, positivity you can take from whatever is happening around you, just do that. And just, keep the distance, keep yourself, clean, all those things as well, the stuff that but just have as good of a Thanksgiving as you possibly can, and make the dang turkey, make the dinner, make the food, and definitely do the thing, and naturally watch the favorite content from your peeps that you love to do in general. And just like I said, one day at a time, we'll all get through everything, and then naturally we'll get back to normal, and we can really, have some, some sense of normalcy and the good times that we all want. So without getting too much further into that, again, happy Thanksgiving to each and every one of you guys. If you're doing any Black Friday shopping, I'm already picking up a couple of discounted games for PS4. I don't have any of the next-gen consoles because I'm trying to hold off. I really want to go for the mid upgraded versions that'll be a year or so from now, which I know is coming. I don't want the huge PS5; it's too big. And the Xbox One X, the Series X looks awesome, but I already know that I'm waiting for the little cube version of that to be in the same size as the S before I jump on anything. And there's really nothing out right now that you've got to do it. So naturally for that. Candace says 10 a.m. is good. A bunch of you guys are saying 12. So we'll see. For those of you guys, like I said, drop those comments down below if you're catching this on the replay, and we'll kind of go from there. But for right now, I'll give it another week or so just to kind of see. I don't think it makes too much of a difference. I know my mom likes them around 10 a.m. at the same time personally, but we'll see here. All right, last couple of things. Sammy, going to grow your beard back? It's always a possibility. Always a possibility. I haven't really decided just yet. I know the wifey's not a super fan. And for those of you who are married, you already know your significant others. It is what it is. You got to kind of, meet in the middle, so to speak. So if I can go a little bit of scruff, give you the look a little bit, I'm down with it. All right, Cogbrazar, what's for dinner? Good question. I'm about to ask the wifey right now, and we're going to figure that out, I think, here. But with that said, it's 9/11 Pacific Standard Time. My birthday, actually. So I can't wait to see what's going on. Doris fan, yes, I got shipping information from Fright Rags for my Halloween set. I cannot wait getting them a couple of them there, one for a buddy as well. So I am excited to pick those up. So thank you for asking that too. I've been kind of looking forward to that for sure there. And yes, it's No Shave November, but I've already kind of faulted on that, Mr. Rogers, because I've already shaved a few times this month. So once you do that, it is what it is. And last couple here, E-Ricard, Poppy had a fit when he saw you with a beard and an old vid. Really? Yeah, I've got a bunch of them from back in the day that I've done with that there. So yeah, it was fun doing that for sure. It was fun doing that. Armando, yes, I've got the original PS4, the launch PS4. I reviewed the original PS4 and the original Xbox One. I still have them. Those are my systems that I've got here. I didn't jump on the Pros because I'm definitely waiting, to do that this generation. I'm going to do it right because I know it's going to happen. It always does. All right, got confirmation too, Doris fan. Excited to get the Halloween figures. Super excited for that. Super excited. And yes, Sammy, I was bearded during the earthquake stream. That is right. That is right. Just saw the new review. Looks pretty good from Mark. Thanks so much for jumping on. I appreciate that. Yes, it was a lot of fun putting that together a couple of nights ago from 7-Eleven. Good times. Good times. So maybe we'll see some more 7-Eleven reviews in the future if they come out with something that's worth checking, because that was definitely something worth checking for sure. So guys, with that, we're going to close it up. I appreciate you jumping on again. This is Ian K officially closing out the stream. Guys, November 20th, which is crazy right now. Next week is Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you. And I will catch you guys on Black Friday, which should be a lot of fun. I think we'll see if you guys are going to be getting some stuff. We can talk about what you may have gotten. But at the same time, have a great weekend. Have a safe weekend. And by all means, check out all the amazing creators in the community right now. Obviously, the whole review crew is in effect. We got to take a look at some of those collabs, the team ups with everything, and repping the hoods and all that good stuff over there. And of course, like I said, just, have fun, guys. By the way, just last thing, I am halfway into season 2 of The Boys. If you guys are not watching that on Amazon, it is crazy. Crazy show, but that's all I'm going to say. We'll leave you with that. We'll talk about that maybe next time right there. So, guys, take care. Have a great one. And as always, stay frosty. I'll see ya. Peace.